Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I have a fantastic collection. This is the Let It Be collection from our friends at Graphic 45. I can't wait to show you what I did with all of these wonderful products, so come play with us. So the Let It Be collection, this is an 8x8 paper pad, and it is beautiful. Look at these papers, you guys. They're double-sided, and as I said, 8x8. Multiples of each one. Look at the little like cutout greetings. Oh, just gorgeous. And there's also, oops, these are the die cuts. They're chipboard and just wonderful. And I wanted to show you this first card that I made. This is what I would term a quick and easy card. It is a 5 by 6.5 inch card. Maybe we can zoom in a little bit, Steve. And for this one, I pretty much split the card in, well, maybe half. So for the bottom half, the first 3 inches, I went ahead and just took some of that beautiful paper here. I want to show you this one right here, this section, and covered the card with that. And then there's a green dot. Put that at the top of the card. And then there's this wonderful little stripe paper. I just took a really thin strip of that. It's about 3/8 of an inch, and put that right across the seam between the two papers. And then I took the chipboard and punched this out, and it's got this wonderful frame. So I glued the frame down first, and for the center part I just took 2 layers of foam tape and put that on that so that it kind of popped out a little bit higher. Really fun, quick and easy card to do. Another one, this one's 6 by 5.5 inches, and look at this one. It is got a cutaway on that. Open that up, and then the inside you've got this sweet little border here. I always like to put a border so I remind myself where not to write the message. I can write above the border and below the border, and that way I don't write right on there and have it show through to the card front. For this one, I took the 5-inch wide card, and then I just cut, show you an example here. All right, so I can put my card back together here. So for the 5-inch card, 5-inch wide card, I went ahead and I cut away 2.5 inches from just the card front, okay? And then once I had this part right here, this is the 2.5 inches that I cut away, then I just cut away, this is about almost an inch away from that, right? So now I'm left with this piece right here, which I then covered the top part of my card with pattern paper, and then this little strip, this one's going away, this little strip I also covered with pattern paper. All right, then I just laid that right there, and then I referred to the little die cut package of die cuts here, and these are fantastic. There's all different kinds of shapes and greetings, even little flags. So cute. I love all of these. If you look on the product page for this one, Paulette has a nice little video where she shows you every single little thing. So give you a better look at that. So then what I did is I took this beautiful clock shape, and I just put glue on the top and just the bottom part of the clock shape and just set that right down. And then there's this beautiful little swirl, and I did the same thing. At first I set it down on the opening there, and I decided, okay, this little edge and this edge, those connected, okay? So that's the only place I put glue, right there, there, and there. And then once I had those set down, I just let the card dry just like that, opened, so that it wouldn't stick to itself. And then I just cut a strip of this wonderful little yellow stripe paper, inked the edges. I should mention I did ink the edges with a nice black ink pad. I like to keep those old black ink pads that are almost dry, and then just kind of take the surface of the ink pad and go around that. It gives us that really nice kind of almost a gray edge. Did that here, and then took another little couple of pieces right there and added those. So that was also a really fun and easy card to do. This card, this is a center step card. I love center step cards. I think they're really fun to receive. People get them and they're like, something got stuck on here. There we go. A little piece of glue. So I love it when people receive them because they just stand up so nicely, and they have that dimension without people having to figure out what they need to do when they get it. So for this one, I used the center step die cut cards from Hot Off the Press. There's 5 cards and 5 envelopes in a pack. And if you don't have a die cutting machine, these are great, and they're great to travel with too. If you love to make cards when you're on vacation, if you're camping, these are great to take along with you. If you do have a die cutting machine, we also have the center step in the cutting die, and it fits right through the 6.5 inch wide platform, so it fits the smallest machine. So this is great. So for this one, I just took a little bit of square. I love this red paper. And I just made my square a little bit smaller than the card front here, and of course inked my edges again, and then I just took another little strip of paper, the bottom edge, what is that? That's about 7/8 of an inch, and put that across the bottom, and then took that same paper and put those little strips right here. And then I loved these flowers. These are die cut flowers. This is shades of red, and this one is shades of yellow and orange. I used the shades of yellow and orange here, and what I did was I took some ink pads, and you wouldn't have to with these, but I wanted to do just a little bit of shading on my leaves and on the flowers. And so on those green leaves, I went ahead and just drug my surface of my ink pad right across one of the leaves, and I'm going to just show you how I did that. Got just a leaf here, and maybe we can zoom in on this, Steve. And then I just took the surface of this ink pad. I should mention what the color is. This is evergreen. And I just added a little bit to sort of one side of the leaf. You don't need to do this on all parts of the leaf. It just shades it a little bit. The first thing I did though is take my flowers, and I just sort of selected them like this. So sort of laid them all out and combined some colors. And I knew I was going to do layering with them, so I started out with a larger flower, and then another flower to offset slightly, and then wanted to have a little center to my flower as well. And I always add a little bit of foam tape right under there. So before we foam tape, we're going to add a little extra color to these flowers. So this one is canary yellow. And just go ahead and put a little ink on each one, just like that. And then even though the red is just a very nice red, some of them are orange. We'll use the orange side. This is a brick red. And then just a little bit, see how that is just adding a little bit more interest, a little bit more of a pop of color there. Just like that. And then on this one, where it's got this sort of a nice, oh, it's sort of a yellow color. You can take the red on that too and just go along the tips of that, just to add a little bit more color from there. And then what I like to do is take these little die cut foam tape pieces, and I like to just use my little pokey tool. You can just pick that up just like that, put that right there in the center, peel off the top sticker, and then just offset your flower just a little bit. And then this one's a little small to put your foam tape on, so I would just go ahead and put a little dot of glue on this one, and then set that right there. So once I did that and I had my little collection here, my flowers of course are a little bit smaller, I went ahead and put foam tape on the back of each of these, and I did a little triangle here of flowers. And then once I was done with that, then I could go ahead and take my leaves, and a lot of these have a lot of long stems on them. I just went ahead and tucked them right under the flowers, and because they're on foam tape, you can do that. And then you can just add your little arrangement around this little triangle. Once I was done with that, I added some little red glitter jewel dazzle stickers, which are fantastic to just add as little centers here. I used this is a little chipboard piece, and I even put some of the medium-sized ones on this one. Then I went back and I added my butterflies, and I inked the edges of those in the same way, and then just went ahead and added my little jewel sticker there. So that was always a really fun card to make. I like that one. Now I also wanted to use the red ones, and for this one I used a pop-up box. We can probably zoom out a little bit, Steve. For this one, the little pop-up box is so great. It's got such dimension, and it's such a fun gift to give people, because not only is it a card, it's just a little display piece. What's fantastic about this is it just lays flat like that, and they come with envelopes that are just perfect for mailing. So you can make this and just slide it right into your envelope. Well, I won't slide it in, but as you can see, plenty of space there to put that in. You might want to like move that up a little bit. Actually, you might want to put it like this so that the bottom of it has something to kind of rest on. So for this one, I used, same thing, I used, these are the pop-up box cards from Hot Off the Press. There's 5 in here, you guys. So you get 5 of these and 5 envelopes. But if you have a die cutting machine and you just want to make an unlimited amount of them, we also have it in a die. This one just has a little bit different flap there, but works the exact same way. If you have never put one of these together, all the instructions are included with both the die cut cards as well as the packaged, or as well as the die. But this is what they look like. It comes just like this. You're going to need to fold this little flap right here. It's always nice to have your bone folder handy. There's only one flap here that does not have a score line, so do not fold that, okay? The rest of these, you're going to turn over and you're going to score each one. Just like that. And then these, I don't really mind, I don't have to score, I'm just going to fold those. So remember this little flap right here that we first folded, we're going to glue that right there. And that's your box. And then you're going to have this little piece right here is what you're going to decorate. Okay, right there, so cute. On the back of that, I went ahead and just took a long piece of paper, and you could do that in the front as well if you wanted it to go down, but it wouldn't be seen. So where do you get all these little squares? Well, there's a pattern located, okay, right here. So inside the pack of paper, on the back of this little packaging, there's this little square that you can cut out, and it shows you the exact size that you need to put on your panels. And I believe on the back here, it gives you the dimension, so you can cut your own. So for this one, yes, I went ahead and cut all my little paper squares, except on the back here, I just did a double length. And then this is one of the cutouts that are in the paper pad. This is also a cutout here, these little strips. And then all of these come from the beautiful red collection for flowers. And I made those in the same way as I did for the center step card, inking those. But when you get to the part where you're ready to glue those flowers in, you'll see inside your package here, you have 2 pieces that are like braces. Oh, that's the wrong piece. Here we go. Get these 2 pieces, and they're braces, and they're already pre-scored. So you're just going to fold those like this, and then you're going to take this and you're going to glue one brace. I'm just going to go ahead and glue this. This is so ridiculous. There we go. I think I just got distracted before. Didn't glue it. All right. So you're going to take this brace and you're going to glue that. Put glue right here on each folded tab. You're going to glue that right there. And then you're going to do the same thing with the other brace, but you're going to glue that on this side. Okay? And that is those braces that are inside. And then I either glue my flowers directly to those braces, or you're going to get a little sheet of acetate like this. I think a couple of sheets like that in the kit. And I just cut little strips just like this, and used those little pieces and glued the flowers right on there, and then glued those right to the braces. So you can glue flowers right up here to this front part of the box, and this brace and this brace. You can even glue flowers to the back. So as you can see here, I glued one right here to the front flap. So the pop-up boxes, you guys, are so fun to make, and I think just a really spectacular card when somebody receives this. So definitely take a look at this money saver that we have got going for you. I would not dawdle on that. I think this collection is going to sell out immediately. So get those right in your cart if you don't want to miss out on this Let It Be Connect collection from Graphic 45. If you're watching us on YouTube, look below the description box and you'll see the link that'll take you right to this webisode page. And hey, give us a thumbs up. It helps people find our channel, and subscribe. We do 3 to 5 of these videos a week, and we wouldn't want you to miss anything. So thanks for joining me today, and I will see you next time.